Governor, obviously yesterday's bill did not pass. Do you
Right.
think that the assault weapons bill failure is a rejection of new gun control laws? And are you listening to the voters who have come out to rally? And they rejected that bill with some Democrats joining the Republicans. First of all, what is just your general feeling on the bill itself? Do you support it or are you against it?
I'm against it.
What's just your general sentiment on that bill? Are you for it? Are you against it? Where do you stand on the gun issue?
I was against it.
Were you for or against the bill?
I didn't really have an opinion on the bill, but I think it shows how Democrats are not very dissimilar from Republicans sometimes. They're kind of more beholden to corporations than sometimes their constituents and the people that voted for them.
So do you think that the Democrats that joined the Republicans, the only reason that they voted that way was not maybe listening to the people who've been rallying or listening to the people? You think it's beholden to something more than that?
Probably the NRA or just corporations.
Governor, obviously yesterday's bill did not pass. Do you
Right.
think that the assault weapons bill failure is a rejection of new gun control laws? And are you listening to the voters who have come out to rally?
You know, it's a great question. And, you know, on that Monday, Martin Luther King Day, there were about 21,000 Virginians, some from other states, that came and advocated for their thoughts and beliefs. So I listened to them. But also on November the 5th, I listened to over 2 million voters. And they spoke, and they spoke loudly. And they said that enough is enough. Over 1,000 deaths related to gun violence in Virginia is something that nobody should accept.
Hopefully we're going to vote them back out next time, so we won't have this problem no more.
Do you think that when you vote for someone that it means you should take every single policy of theirs and support all of those as well?
Well, I mean,
I'd agree. Like, they should respond to like how people vote in the last election, and so if they vote for Democrats, I think they should try to go along with that agenda that the people voted for.
So in general, if you vote someone in, a particular legislator, then you should probably support every single policy that they are voting on.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Not every one.
I think if you vote for him, you shouldn't have to agree with everything that he wants to happen as far as the bills. You should be able to have your own decisions on each of the bills.
Do you think it's possible that some of those lawmakers, obviously including the Democrats, have been listening to the people in Virginia that have been coming out to these rallies and these Second Amendment sanctuaries that they're calling them? Do you think that maybe they're just listening to the pulse of the people? Is that possible?
it's possible, but again, I think you'd have to do a more, because that isn't a statistical analysis of what the Virginian people want. So you'd have to do a referendum if you were to give any basis.
Why do you think those Democrats joined the Republicans yesterday in doing so?
Well, you'll have to ask them. But as governor, my top priority is to keep Virginians safe.
On this particular issue, though, were you surprised that it failed?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. You'd think with all, like you said, they got elected just in November, so you'd think that they want to follow through with what they said they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly disheartening. I was expecting better, and I thought I'd been seeing better from the Virginia Democrats, but I mean, you got to look at the stuff that's going on around the country. Like Iowa was a good example. There doesn't seem to be a lot of Democratic unity around the country.
Do you think that lawmakers, based on the rejection of this bill, are maybe listening to those who have been rallying around the state?
I think so. I think when they had the big rally not too long ago, that made a big impact.
The assault weapons ban and the high-capacity magazines, we'll work on that for the next year, but it will be back next year, so we'll continue to deal with it.